Hi and welcome to the Resources Roadhouse. I'm Wally Graham and today I'm joined by Stewart McCallion, who's Managing Director of Burley Minerals. Stewart.
Wally, nice to see you. How are you?
Good to see you too.
I take my glasses off, I can see you.
It's all right, I haven't moved. Yeah. Stewart, cane bore, the cane bore iron project you've got up in the Pilbara there. You're reaching a pretty important stage there. You've done some lead-up work, but you're ready to get out there and drill.
We're ready to hit the ground. Really, look, just to reiterate, we after 3 years, we received the exploration license. We immediately were on the ground, mapping, rock chip sampling. We have heritage agreements in place. We're talking to the traditional owners about completing heritage surveys. Those rock chip assays, the first batch came back recently. Much to be expected, iron mineralization. We're seeing what we thought we would see. So now, heritage surveys, we're in the queue with the traditional owner groups, which we have agreements in place with. Once we get these heritage surveys completed, we're drilling. The drillers are calling me. The drillers are calling me every day, so they're ready to go.
But, some people would say, okay, you're going out for your first drill program, big deal, it's a first program. But it's the preparatory work that you've already done that is really exciting you about this project.
Well, exactly. Look, we've identified some 1,500 hectares of potential channel iron deposit area. 1,500 hectares. Multiply that by 10,000 square meters per hectare. Okay, and some of these areas are some 20 meters high as well. These are long, sinuous ridges, hills, that sort of thing. So there's some potential for real volume here, real quantity. And I'm comparing that because we've got some really interesting neighbors. MinRes right next to us. Rio Tinto has been operating for decades on channel irons as well. CZR, just up the road basically, 33 million ton resource, they're selling that to Miracle Iron for $100 million. So look, the point being is a large exploration area to explore and drill and some real depth. The potential for some really good quantity and volume.
And then one phrase you just used then was just up the road, and what's important about that with your project is where you're located in relation to port and to be able to get, to ship the project out.
I should have mentioned that earlier. Basically, we're just off the Northwest Coastal Highway and the intersection with the Onslow Road. Look, we're within 100 kilometers of Onslow, and that makes this project amazing. From a transport economics point of view, look, we could be one of the cheapest in the Pilbara of getting our ore to port in a truck, easily in a truck. Now, not only Onslow is just up the road, but Point Preston as well, and there's capacity at Point Preston, and that's where Acidic are exporting out of at the moment. So there's some optionality. But first things first, let's get on the ground, let's drill it, let's find that resource.
Yep. And the rock chipping that you've done, the results you came through with, there were some pretty interesting numbers there.
Yeah, look, good. Listen, to be expected. We're getting an average around just under 53% Fe, or iron, highs of around 56. To put it into comparison, okay, so Rio Tinto's Roe Valley, that's around a 55, 56. Ken's ore next to us, MinRes, that's around a 55, 56. So we're hitting the mark. That's what channel iron deposits are from a resource point of view. There's an opportunity to clean these channel iron deposits up, like MinRes and Rio Tinto do. They basically, very simply, crush and screen the ore, clean off some of the finer material that has lower iron grades, but basically that means they're pumping out something like about a 58 Fe, and that is a really marketable product. Channel iron deposits are interesting. They act like a lump, which gets a bit of a premium, even though they may be lower grade. So it's a very marketable, very saleable product.
Well, they keep on saying all the gold's been found around Kalgoorlie and all the iron ore's been found in the Pilbara. Maybe you're going to prove that wrong.
Yeah, well, I certainly hope so. Look, Onslow is opening up, and that's the key thing. Onslow is now the place to be. It hasn't received the joy that necessarily Karratha, Dampier, or Port Hedland have in the last 20 years, but it's opening up now. It's established. The community is growing. watch out. This is the next big hot spot in the Pilbara.
All right, well, we will catch up next year when you start the drilling out there, because I want to find out what's going on, and then we'll also be able to touch on some of the other projects that are around the place, and even maybe have another chat about the Canadian lithium.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Wally.